Run down every ball like Daniil Medvedev in the Lacoste AG-LT 23 Ultra. With improvements in comfort, support, responsiveness, and traction compared to the previous version, this premium level shoe will supply the confidence to move at your best. Comfort is provided by the lightweight Lino Weave upper, molded rubber cap surrounding the toes, and the super responsive foam underfoot. A full-length TPU chassis including a molded sidewall combines with the heel stabilizer and internal midfoot lockdown cage to provide maximum stability while moving around the court. The lightweight line grip rubber outsole yields a solid blend of grip and sliding capabilities while also adding to the energy return as you push off. I was pleasantly surprised by this update to the AG-LT Ultra series, this 2023 version here. First thing I noticed as soon as I slipped it on was just the profile of the shoe, and comfort's a big thing for me. And with this one thing I really liked is as soon as I put it on and started walking around was right around the toe box. This sort of rubber cap around the toes was kind of unique for me, and it just really contours well around my toes. So I never really felt like I was getting any pinching, any of that toe jam that we mentioned on some of these shoe reviews. So it was really good from that sense. I really felt like this shoe was more of a speed-oriented shoe, even though it's in the kind of mid 14-ounce range. I would compare this shoe more to like a Vapor Pro 2, maybe even like an ASICS Solution Speed FF. Definitely has that low to the court profile, really speedy. You feel like you're on the balls of your feet. And then the one thing I really do like about this is even though it is a speedy type of shoe, that low to the ground, I still had just enough cushioning underneath my feet where I felt comfortable. So for me, if I'm like comparing it to a couple Nike shoes, I would say this one's kind of in between the Vapor Pro 2 and the Vapor 11 in the sense that it's fast and speedy, but it also has that stability built in kind of from this like sidewall and stuff. So really like this shoe. If you like a speed-oriented, comfortable shoe, definitely check this one out.
It's been a long time since I play tested a Lacoste shoe, and even then I didn't love that shoe. But I have to say, these are the best Lacoste shoes I've ever worn. Right out of the box, they felt super comfortable. I thought the cushioning underfoot was nice and plush. Also really like the padding around the ankle collar as well. Now, once I got it on court, I thought there was ample support and stability. I felt really confident moving side to side and starting and stopping with these shoes. My feet just felt really locked in. As for the traction, at first I thought it was a little bit too sticky. I had a tough time sliding in them, but after a couple hours, perhaps the top layer kind of wore off, and then I was able to slide a bit in them, and I ended up loving the traction. Speaking of the traction, these shoes are squeaky and they are loud. This is probably the one downside for me with this shoe. But all in all, I really enjoyed this play test. I love this shoe. I'm gonna be sad when I finally go through my pair. This shoe just kind of checked all the right boxes for me. And I have to say, this is my second favorite shoe of the year, just slightly behind the ASICS Court FF3.
Unlike some of the other play testers, my only point of reference for a Lacoste shoe is the new AG-LT 23 Ultra. And I, like Jay, and I think most other people on this play test, really enjoyed the shoe. From the time I stepped into it, it was a lot of comfort. It's definitely, as described in the product description, I felt it has a shallow toe box. It's definitely a supportive but very elastic upper. I know some of the other play testers went up a half size. I stuck with my 11, and I really felt like after I wore it before stepping on the court, it just really opened up and just gave me a dynamite fit overall. As mentioned by Jay, I would say this is definitely a chirpy shoe. If there was any downside to it at all, I would just say the audible effect. It's really hard to sneak into the net without letting your opponent know that you're approaching. But overall, the performance, breathability, support, and I'll even say durability was decent with this shoe. Just an outstanding shoe all the way around. I would definitely say it competes up there with my favorite shoes as well. Pretty similar, I guess, to a Mizuno Tour Exceed Wave 5, but a little more support and good underfoot cushioning. Just overall, one of my favorite shoes of the year play testing thus far.
I was excited to slip my feet into this new Lacoste shoe because I play tested the previous version and that one fit really wide on me. I loved the support and stability of that one, but the fit was just too wide. This one has a more contoured fit my foot much better. The first pair of these shoes I tried, I did go up a half size because they do feel pretty snug when you put them on out of the box, but with a break-in, they really open up. So going forwards, second pair, well, true to size, and they fit great. And I usually play in 2 pairs of socks, but went down to 1 pair of socks during break-in, and once I got them broken, they open up a bit, go back to my usual 2 pair of socks, and I'm good to go in this shoe. Traction's a little bit sticky right out of the box as well, so in your first couple of wears, the shoes are really hooking up on the court. It's good for that fast first step, but when you're coming to a quick stop, didn't really allow me to slide out of my shots nicely, but as I wore the shoes and got them more broken in, scuffed up the rubber outsoles, they did offer more give. I was able to pivot easier and also slide out of my shots a little bit better too. So that definitely improved throughout. Durability was okay. This is a shoe I am going to wear through eventually under the big toe on my right foot just because I drag heavily there. And so I do put a lot of wear on that part of the outsole, but the toe bumpers hold up really well. It's nice protection up around the toes, love the locked in feel, and it was a fun play test for me.
That wraps up our play test of the Lacoste AGLT 23 Ultra. For more information on these shoes or anything tennis related, be sure to head to Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only.